The Ravens are sitting there with 4 losses. Chargers beat the Dolphins last week. They're in the playoffs right now. They'd be the 7th seed. How do you guys think? How are you feeling about 1 seed for the Chiefs, possible opponents? What are you thinking, Bo?
I still think we're in the driver's seat for the playoffs, man. We have, if you look at all those teams that you just mentioned, you look at their schedule going forward and our schedule going forward, we definitely have the advantage there. We could easily run the table, win out, and kind of control that 1 seed if we play up to what we're capable of. I mean, the Bengals and the Bills, they play each other, so one team's going to get a loss there, which is huge for either of those teams, but it means the other team's going to get a win, so we're still right there with them. If we win out, man, I mean, there's no reason to be. We're number 1 right there. I mean, that's huge. It would be interesting if the Chargers snuck in the 7th and we were 2. We had to play the Chargers first round. Like, that would be pretty interesting. But I think we're good, man. I think as long as we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, we should take this thing home.
I'll take the Patriots, Tom. First round playoffs.
Yeah.
Out of that group, I don't think the Patriots are very good. I don't think the Patriots are going to make the playoffs, but you never know with the hoodie. Nick, how you feeling about 1 seed, potential playoff opponents? How you feeling? The playoffs here.
We're waiting on the Bills to lose, right? So, I mean, if I had to bet that the Bills win out or lose a game, I think it's not quite a coin flip, but I think it's closer to a coin flip than I feel comfortable with. I think that the Bills will probably lose 1 more game, but it's going to be either the Dolphins the Dolphins would then sweep the Bills, which I think is unlikely, or the Bengals, who are a hot team. So maybe we'll all be rooting for the Bengals to win. And the Chiefs, they can't overlook. They've got another game against the Broncos and another game against the Raiders. Both of those games that we played, those teams, I know that they've stunk this year, but they were both closer games than we would have liked. So, the Chiefs have to stay focused. I mean, the Seahawks can put up a lot of points. Our defense hasn't been super great. So the good news is the Seahawks defense sucks. Right. But I think we'll probably win out and end up with the 1 seed, but I give that probably like a 60 to 70% chance. So if we are in the 2 seed, I think John nailed it. And I mean, the team that I would least like to see is the Chargers. I just think it's going to be hard to beat any team 3 times in 1 season. So, I'm all for the Patriots. I think that's closer to out of all those teams, that's the closest to, getting the bye week, right? So,
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Like you said, the Bengals play the Bills, and the Bills are like, they're on the struggle bus kind of here. They're hanging on.
Von Miller's out.
Dude, they're in nail. Yeah, Von Miller's out here, and the Bills are like, they're in nail biters every week, like needing last-second field goals. The Chiefs, I know it was a closer game against the Broncos, but they were up by a touchdown basically in that game going down the stretch there. They weren't needing a last-second field goal to beat the Lions or last-second field goal to beat the Jets or one of these other teams. So it's kind of interesting to see how the Dolphins are kind of fading here. They've lost a couple of games now. Tua is definitely not playing as good as he was first couple of weeks of the season. That was a team we talked about this last week or so on this show about, like, that team scared me a little bit with the Cheetah and Jalen Waddle up against our secondary.
Completely, dude.
But so I don't know. Maybe they beat the Bills again. They beat them once. Got Laney's in here. No worries, Laney. Not sure if we got Big Doug in the house or not, but I think Big Doug's birthday today. So
no shit, happy birthday, Doug.
If you're in the chat, wish Big Doug a happy birthday. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I think the Chiefs are going to get the 1 seed. I think the Bengals and or the Dolphins take care of the Bills. Just a lot of games we played. I mean, we could be sitting there hoping that, if the Bills lose to the Dolphins, then you'd be rooting for them to beat the Bengals because the Bengals are only 1 game behind us. But I think with the Bills' schedule and the way they've been playing, it's kind of in our hands still. Just win out, take care of business each week.
See this take here. I have to disagree with you, Tom, respectfully, sir. The only reason is you get that 1 seed. You have that bye week, and
right.
man, is
And
that looking
it's
so
most likely
tasty
that
right
you'll get the Bengals and the Bills to knock one of the other teams out if you're in the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
That's the advantage there, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Sure. We saw what happened though. The Chiefs were the 2 last year, and the Titans got knocked out in the first round. So I mean, anything can happen just because you get the 2 doesn't mean it's over. So, but yeah, the playoff picture is kind of rounded and taking shape here. I don't know about the Chargers. I know there's some people in the comments saying they don't want to play the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers are done losing. So I would be kind of surprised if they make the playoffs. Actually, I just feel like that's a team that they just it's chargering, right? That's like it's like a verb now. Be added into the dictionary here at some point. Chargering,
interchangeable with raidering,
right? Yeah, interchangeable with raidering. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm with John and having that 1 seed bringing it through Arrowhead because I got tickets to the game. So another AFC Championship game at home sounds fun to me. I'll take that side for that right.